Angelina. Woo! Hey. Yeah. Okay. Yes. That's saxophone, baby. I need to learn how to play the saxophone. Angela. Hey, what's up, y'all? What up, what up, what up, people? Good afternoon. I'm over here jamming. Look, I'm sweating because I'm just, I'm grateful to be alive. Hey, how many of y'all know about Burna Boy? Yeah, how many of y'all know about that Afrobeat though? Okay. Woo. All right, let me come. Woo. Listen, y'all. It's been a great Saturday afternoon. What's up, everybody? What's up, y'all? I'm pumped. Woo. I hope y'all can feel and reciprocate that energy. Anybody who needs that, sending out good vibes your way. Welcome to my channel, y'all. Just checking in. Elisa Williams, hey. How you doing, beautiful lady? So good to see you. Thank you for checking in with me on today. I'm so happy that you made it to this live. Oh, man, I'm excited to talk to y'all because, if you've dealt with a narcissist, man, I don't care if it was your mother, your father, the person that you messed around and married. This was a child that you ended up adopting at some point. So join me. Let's talk about it, y'all. It's an open conversation. Blessed afternoon, Anomi Jackson. Hey, Pauline Edwards. I see you guys checking in. Hello, wherever you are. Welcome to my channel. You guys, this is Mommy So True. If you're new here, if this is your first live, hey. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining me. I know it is a Saturday and it's not an announced live, but you guys, look, I'm trying to get my life together. So bear with me. Today, I wanted to get on live because what I'm talking about means a lot to me. And I told you guys I wanted to do more lives. So here I am. We're talking about, how you had to abandon this child. Let's get into it. Karen, hey, Argentina. What's up, Karen Senkano? Thanks for checking in all the way from Argentina. It's good to have you here today. Thanks for being here on this live. Let me get into it. I'm not going to hold you guys. I know I say that a lot, but today I really won't. Because it's a beautiful day and I want y'all to enjoy it, right? So I'm going to dive right into the subject. And of course, if you have anything you want to say, go ahead and drop it in the chat. And so before I get started though, if you need to reach me, because I forget to mention this sometimes, people are looking for my contact information. It's in that description box below. So if you're interested in membership, if you're interested in reaching out to me, if you're interested in life coaching, all of that is in the description box below. Sincerely, Tiffany, hello. How you doing, beautiful? Thanks for being here on this live. Just want to check in and talk to y'all today real quick. Just want to help somebody, So here we are continuing to move forward and thrive past narcissistic abuse. And for me, and maybe for some of you guys, some of my challenges as I thrive out of this, some of my challenges is the feeling of still caring about somebody who hurt you this bad. As crazy as that sounds. Although a survivor, a thriver, a warrior has to have it in their mind, you know what? I'm treating this person like they're dead. I'm moving on. They don't exist no more. There is no denying the emotions that comes with that. The emotions that come with that is a deep sense of sadness, especially because most of us who have survived this are empaths. We truly, deeply care. Our emotions are way different than most people. We love extremely hard. And when it's time to give up that love, it's like giving up and letting go is extremely harder. So, yeah, sincerely, Tiffany. Yeah, it is true because the type of people that we are, there is no hatred in our bones. It takes a lot for us to really dislike and really hate someone. We're not those type of people. We're lovers first, second, and third. So for us, what we put in with narcissists, what we give them. Hello, member Willie Diaz. Welcome to the member crew. I see you. Thank you for being here. Island Domalinas, 5673. Pembroke Pines, Florida. Wow, Florida got a lot of places I've never heard of. Okay, welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Princess Eicher, good morning. Everyone love from First Nation. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Uh Jarlene Pierce says, but we're tired of trying to love so hard. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. I know I am. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that. Those of you who are just joining the live, welcome in. Corrine Mills, I see you. Hello, warrior. Welcome in. Welcome in. We are talking about the child that we had to abandon. We are talking about the simple fact that being an empath comes with feeling the need to have to rescue and save and fix and help people, help everybody, hang on to everybody, give and love and share, and this is ultimately how we end up adopting the narcissist. And this is the parent, family member, whatever that narcissistic role was for you in your life, because of the type of person you are, the reason you ignore the red flags, the reason you keep taking them and dealing with them is because that unconditional love aspect of your unique design is very hard to dim. That is part of your light. That is part of your light. And so many of us who have encountered narcissistic abuse, it all started with us accepting the sad and tragic story behind the narcissist, feeling bad for them. This was the foundation of how it all started. I see you checking in from Germany. Hey, Christine Piper. This was the foundation of it all. It all started with hearing what they went through, listening to the trauma, and being who you are. You don't go looking for the negative first. We ignore red flags because we're not negative. We don't look at the negative first. We saw the red flags. Many of us, we can sit back and think, well, I did notice it, but I overlooked it because I saw what I thought was a beautiful soul behind all of that. That's what an empath does. That's what godly people do. They don't look at what's wrong with you first. They don't pay attention to your flaws, not because they're stupid. It's because they feel like we all deserve love. That's why empaths look dumb. That's why it looks like, oh, why would you? Because to an empath in our mind, love is free. It don't hurt me to love you. It doesn't hurt me to not judge you. I give it selflessly because it should be that easy. That's what makes us unique and rare, because we strongly believe that. That's our core belief. We're lovers and we believe in love and we spread it. Even when life is hard and when things are hard, we still find a way to spread and give love to other people. That is so powerful. And this is what happened with us with the narcissist. They were able to take us through all this love bombing stuff because we saw the best in them. In the beginning, when you meet a narcissist, or if you think about your early encounters with them, remember how much they told you how bad of a person they were. I don't know how many of you guys can attest to that. But a narcissist tells on themselves, especially in the beginning of the relationship. It's like they literally beg you to not mess with them. When you first deal with a narcissist, you hear a lot of insecurities. You hear a lot of negativity. I'm not good enough. Don't nobody want me anyway. I suck at this, I suck at that. It's like the pity party was so intense. Part of your love bombing phase was listening to how unhappy, how miserable, how hurt, and how tortured they've been their whole life. As an empath, when somebody is feeding you with all of that, you can't help but to feel so bad for them. You literally soak all of that in. It's like you step into this place of, all right, this person has been through a lot, and I want to show them that love exists. I want to show them I'm love and that I can show them different. And that's how you end up opening your world and adopting this child. All of this complaining and telling you how their exes did them wrong, how their past has been so traumatic. They got all these addictions because they've had a traumatic childhood. All of these sad stories that you listen to. It was like listening to the interview of a child signing up for foster care. It's like you were working at a social service trying to qualify a child for foster care, for government assistance. The story had to sound good. The excuses had to be powerful. It had to be enough for you, empath, to feel like, I got to help. I got to do something. I got to adopt a family. I got to take care of their kids. I got to give my money. I got to help pay some bills. I got to be patient and let them live in my house because they don't work. They can't work. Whatever the excuses was, it's like you took it. You stepped in and you became this angel sent in their world to take away all of the pain. It's like you stepped in and you said, I'm going to take this job. I'm going to help. I'm going to do whatever I can. Even though you even noticed the anger problems, you noticed that they were highly critical, they were highly judgmental. You noticed that they were mean for real. But because of the heart that you carry, you were like, okay, we'll work through that. I'm still going to not let the bad outweigh the good that I see in them, because a lot of narcissistic people, there's some good there. And a real empath, you're only paying attention to the good. You're like, well, I like this about them. They seem like they would be good for this, good for that. We don't marry narcissists because we're idiots, y'all. We marry them because we paid attention to the potential. We learned that potential ain't enough, but that's exactly what empaths do. We look at the possibility, the what if, the maybe they'll change. Because if they change, they'll be a great person. This person is really, really skilled. They're amazing. They can do this, they can do that. They can really change the world. Narcissists are gifted, they're skilled. That's why they're in leadership positions. That's why some of them have amazing titles. Yeah, they manipulated their way up out of there because their sociopathic traits, they don't care to step on a few necks to get to the top. They don't. But at the same time, they carry certain qualities that make them potentially okay if they weren't narcissistic. And that's the truth. A lot of y'all dealt with narcissists. It was hard to leave them because you're like, damn, everything about them ain't bad. We had some good times, like some real good times. We had some really good conversations. They might have even taught you some shit. This is why I always make it clear I'm not here to bash a narcissist. This is all educational because I'm not a hater. I'm not spiteful. I'm not mad. I'm just telling it like it is. This is the truth. We didn't get with them because we're dumb. We saw a lot. A lot of us visualized a great life with these people because of what we know about them. But we quickly learned that a lot of it was fake. We quickly learned that we were deceived. This was after we accepted to adopt these children. So now you done adopted this person. You done listen to all these stories. You done, boy, you done let your guard down. You trust them. You let them in your life. You done put your money all together with them. And then now the phase have changed. There's no more love bomb. Now you're being treated like nothing is enough. This child now has the most explosive temper tantrums. Your money ain't enough. Your time ain't enough. Your affection ain't enough. Sex ain't enough. You don't look good enough. There's nothing you can do. And you're just like, wow, okay. So now at this point, for many of us, once, devaluation phase kicks in, we're sitting there and we want to leave, but we still feel sorry. We still feel obligated because that empath in us, that caring being that we are, we can't just turn the love off. So here we are in that cycle. You're in that cycle. A lot of us, we know we're in a cycle. We might have not have known this was called narcissistic abuse, but a lot of us, we knew something was wrong. We didn't just stay because we're dumb. We stood and we stayed because we cared too much. This was like a child, and it's like, who wants to just abandon a child? So many of you to your core know that once you leave them, they're going to be lost without you. They're going downhill because when you were around, that's the only reason why life was okay for real. You held them up. You came in and you stepped into their world and you held them up in so many different ways. You made an impact on their family, their children. You brought a different type of aura to their world. And you knew that, man, if I ever leave, if I really say F this person, man, they gonna be screwed because ain't nobody gonna care like I cared. Nobody's ever going to give a damn about this fool like I do because I know they're a fool, but I love them. I know a fool, but I will give my all to them. They call it a trauma bond, but you stood through it because trauma bonded or not, you are the definition of what unconditional love is. I applaud people who have been with narcissists for years, those 20, 30, 40 years plus. You are the definition of a real lover. You're a rare being because that is extremely difficult to do. I couldn't even do it for 60 days. I couldn't even live in the same house. I was like, man, if I stay in this marriage, I'm gonna become something that I don't want to be. I ain't strong enough for it. Those of you who kept seeing the best in them, going back to them, taking them back, even after they did the worst to you. It's because you had adopted this child and you just could not find it in you to just abandon this child. That is the most hurtful thing to do for someone who going through narcissistic abuse. And this and not for everybody. Some people will be like, look, F this child, drop them off at somebody else's doorstep. This demon baby gotta go. That was me. But even with that feeling, over a year later, because I am an empath, sometimes it's like I feel this energy and I can't deny it. And I know it's something telling me this fool is somewhere suffering because they lost a real one. And I just feel it. And I know what I'm talking about. Because when the narcissist has been in your life, you become so in tune with energy. When they're around you, you feel. When they're not around you, you feel also. And there's some type of a connection that happens between you and them that it's like, man, I don't even know how to put it, but you feel when they're going through stuff. You feel when something is happening. It's really crazy. Like, I don't know, maybe it's just me. But I know for sure for a lot of you that narcissist is not going to make it without you. They can't. You were the only one smart enough, stupid enough, foolish enough, however you want to put it, to really try to love this person. I'm talking about the real kind of love. You were the only one that actually did that, went that far, put yourself out there, sacrificed your entire life, your entire world. You were willing to change so much about you just to fit them into your life. that's how serious a lot of this was for so many. This is literally a child that you end up abandoning. Everything about the way that they act has been childlike. Everything. And eventually, you have no choice but to abandon this child. You have no choice but to leave them alone because they will forever be the victim. They will forever stay and claim the victim. And there's no winning. There is no winning. You have to one day wake up and say, you know what? I gotta let this baby go. I gotta cut this baby off. And just let life deal with them. Let them figure it out on their own. And sometimes the thought of that for a survivor is the reason why healing can feel like it's slow. Sometimes that brings setbacks because it comes with memories, and those memories come with emotions. A lot of people really had a real life with narcissists. It's not the easiest thing to just rip yourself away from. Yeah, you're healing and you're thriving now, but those days do come where you have to think about, dang, I really abandoned that child. Dang, I know they're going through hell without me. Dang, I know they'll never get to where I thought they could have potentially got to because they lost a real one. Ashley Renee, thank you. Hey, beautiful. Thanks for the super chat. Gemini Flames, what's up? I see you checking in. But this is the child you had to abandon. The only reason why leaving a narcissist can hurt is because of this very fact. And the only reason why it can seem like healing can take too long or setbacks come into effect is because they are the child you had to abandon. You ended up adopting and caring so deeply for this person. And at some point, it's no longer about love. It's all about you just really wanting the best. It's like as an empath, you just don't understand why someone just don't want to change or don't want to get better. Someone with great potential, you have to sit there and watch how much their children love them, but you know that this person is completely messed up. You're like, damn, why can't you just be a better person for your kids? You can't even be a good parent for your kids because you're still a child yourself. Many of you have dealt with grown ass adults, narcissists that act like toddlers. They cry and they whine about everything. They throw temper tantrums in private and in public, humiliating you, humiliating their own family. I mean, it's hard to deal with them. It's completely draining. It's like having a badass demon baby. You can't communicate, you can't reason. Everything is your fault. They are the victim. Woe me from the beginning. They were the victim when you met them. They were the victim through the relationship. And then now, even after the relationship is over, they are still the victim. And here you are trying to thrive, trying to move on with your life. But because you're an empath, you can't help but to sometimes feel like maybe it was me. Maybe it was my fault. That's why so many people are set back during discard, through discard, or after discard. They feel like they did something wrong. They feel like maybe this might have been their fault. Maybe they are the narcissist. It's because they've played victim and they're good at it. They've never taken accountability. And you're so empathetic. You're all about taking accountability. You'll take accountability for things you don't even need to take accountability for. This child ended up being one that you could not deal with. Not even your empathetic self could deal with this demon. Like, even you had to run away. You had to painfully but respectfully pack up and leave and never look back. Even for those of you who have moved on and it's been a while and have your days where you think about it, you can't help but to feel happy that you've actually abandoned this child, because when you do leave, when you do take your power back, when you do choose to thrive and move forward, you realize that this person set you up from the beginning. They conned you. They conned you. They deceived you with all this sad stories, all this victim playing. They tricked you. And as you choose to thrive, as you stay on that journey, eventually you just learn to accept that nothing about it was real. So you become proud of yourself for abandoning this child. This is that one child that you abandoned that you don't feel sorry for anymore. This is the feeling of a warrior. As time goes on, you start purging all these emotions. You start accepting that you were deceived and that you thought you were dealing with an adult, but it really was a child. You tried to force them to grow up. You tried to help them grow up, and they never did. So you had to abandon them. It was painful to do it. But respectfully, You learned that it saved your life to abandon this child because they weren't a child. This is a grown ass person and you are not responsible for them. You are not responsible to fix nobody, not no grown person that is stuck in playing victim, that is wicked and using their tragedy to take your kindness for weakness. The best thing you can do is abandon this child. It's life-saving to get away. It's life-saving to be discarded. It's life-saving to go no contact. You ran away. You got away because you finally took your power back by abandoning this child. You didn't even mean to adopt them. You didn't know what you were doing. You were just being nice. You were just loving. You were just trying to be there. But there ain't enough love in this world to keep you as anybody's fool. And that's why you went from victim to warrior. Because to take your power back was to abandon this child, was to see that this is really a child in a grown person's body. So I'm just gonna politely get away. I'm gonna go no contact. I'm gonna just painfully get through it. Because I tried to parent this baby and it has drained me. It almost killed me. Had to abandon that baby. The best thing you could have done for yourself is to wake up and see, man, I've only been dealing with you because I felt sorry for you. I took you in as a parent and I've been trying to feed you, clothe you, been trying to help you grow mentally, spiritually, all of that. But as time has gone on, I realize you're a child that's never going to grow. You're stagnant, you're stuck, and I got to leave you right where you're at because I'm not trying to be stuck with no child. To disconnect from a narcissist is to abandon them like a child. To break away, to treat them like they're dead. Is to accept that concept of, man, this is a little child and I got to leave them alone because my life will never grow. You'll be stuck trying to help them. Like there is no helping them. Somebody said, how do you walk away? What? Depending on the circumstances. Like Nike, you just do it. You just do it. You have to abandon this child, just like people go and have abortions. They just do it. The harsh reality of dealing with these people is you just have to harshly, painfully, and respectfully just abandon them. That's the harsh reality. Like, how do you get away? How do you walk away? You just gotta go. You just gotta run. You got to figure out some escape plan and go. Because you're dealing with somebody who is stuck in victim mentality. There's no way around that besides going, getting away, running away, disappearing. That's the best thing I can tell you. Sincerely, Tiffany said, amen, because I know for sure I'm a super loving and nurturing soul. I literally love everyone, even people I don't even know. We adopt people all the time. That's just the type of people we are. That's what's funny to me. You see, the narcissists think that they did something so special by trying to come into your world and mess you up. Actually, they're not that special because we treat everybody with love and kindness and empathy. So I don't know, man. These people be feeling so entitled and so special. But it's like, yeah, you're dealing with somebody who just loves anyway. Love just gravitates to me because I'm a magnet for love. Fuck out of here. I had a few old friends who left off conversations trying to be negative and dismissive. Then they wait for some time to start a conversation back up because we completely stop all conversations. That was Jorlyn Pierce. JR, hello, beautiful. Thanks for all the great advice. What's up, JR? What's up? Marilyn Harris says yes, and all lies. I be trying to catch up with these chats. Y'all be going in. Elisa Williams, as I hear your voice, I recall a lot of red flags that are shown to me, but being born to a narc decreases your boundaries. It sure does. It sure does. It does. It decreases our boundaries. It do. It really do. Yes, I escaped a covert narcissist and an overt narcissist, says Island Donna Leonis. Dang, there's we are survivors, y'all. We are survivors. That is crazy. But Elisa Williams, what you said is very interesting. We're trained to be so adoptive. We're trained to be so open and caring and loving. And that's why so many of us did end up with narcissistic spouses. But I truly believe that even if you don't come from a narcissistic background, if you're empathetic, if you have a loving soul, you will be a target to these people. You will ignore red flags and just look at the good in them because that's just who you are. Because I've spoken with a lot of people who don't have narcissistic families or parents. They weren't raised by them, but they're just purely empaths. And that's what makes being an empath sometimes hurtful and hard because saying no for an empath is kind of hard. Many empaths just don't have it in them to be mean. They just don't. And the shame that comes with that is what makes it hard for a lot of people that have dealt with narcissistic abuse because they feel like, why did I allow this to happen? I should have said no. I should have been mean, but they just don't know how. Right. So, yeah, man, it's like we have to accept who we are, you guys. That's what I've learned about all of this. Um, we have to full heartedly accept who we are. If you are truly an empath, if you truly have this type of a heart, you have to accept that this is who you are. And you have to now learn that you went through this experience so you can learn how to build boundaries because it's hurting you in this life to not have boundaries. And a lot of empaths still suffer with what is boundaries? How do I set boundaries? Because in our nature, setting boundaries makes us feel like we're being mean and we're we're not being our authentic self. But if you get the right ass whooping from the right narcissist, you'll change your mind real quick. You'll change your mind real quick. That's how you go from just being an empath to an awoken empath. So now, red flags, you're not going to ignore them like you used to. You're going to start getting smarter. These people teach us how to be smart. They really do. They really do. They so smart, they're stupid. They put us on game. If it wasn't for a narcissist, I wouldn't know how to come at certain people. I wouldn't even know how to cut people off. They taught me how to be a little mean. I just had to learn how to apply it as necessary. Yeah, man. Whew. Now it's hate bomb. Ooh. Marilyn Harris. Thank you, God, for allowing that demon to ghost me and spare my life. And then she said, now it's hate bomb. Yeah, of course. There's no more love bomb. It's hate bomb now. Once you abandon them or they abandon you, and then you're like, all right, this is how we're going to go. You're going to abandon me. All right. I'm just never going to let you back in. Yep. Now it's no more love bomb and it's hate bomb. You're going to hate me. You're going to hate me. A family member told me I found a new word when I called her out. I cut her off too. Elisa Williams. They don't like when we learn how to be awoken, man. They don't. They don't. They can't stand us. They're calling us the narcissist, and they're finding ways to make us the bad guy because we've learned boundaries. We've learned how to abandon these little babies, these little demon babies that fooled and tricked us. Because that's all they did. They fooled us, they tricked us, they lied to us, completely deceived us, threw a wool over our eyes. And they never thought that we would wake up and leave their ass right where they're at. Even though it was 20, 30 years later, I still woke up. I woke up and I decided to stop enabling you. You abandoned them when you took away the supply. I am no longer going to validate anything about you in any way. I'm not going to compliment you. I'm not going to feed into your ridiculous arguments. I'm not going to give you the reactions and the responses you're looking for. You are completely cut off. You are abandoned. And you got to live with that. You got to live with that. Robert Frederick. Hey, Robert. The only thing I miss are my grandkids, who I miss dearly. The ex and my children, not at all. My children are just like her. Woo. I question if my son is even mine now. Oh, man. My goodness. Trin, 1 year was enough for me. Man, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Boy, 1 year, man, I'm talking about. That's why I said I don't know how some of y'all did it for so long, man. It's like I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. I had to let that adoption go. I had to let that baby go. I had to give that baby back to the agency. I had to tell them I don't want this child. Y'all got to take this one back. Meldine Maynard, 3 weeks ago, the police locked his ass up because he think he was untouchable. Ooh, I'm locked up. Yeah, good luck getting out. Jerica, Jerica Jump Watson, 45, 6 months in, I was done. I'm telling you. Y'all see what I'm saying? 6 months in, it's like, yeah, they got you in the beginning. Yeah, I feel sorry for you. Yeah, because I'm a rider and I'm a lover. I'm going to have your back. I'm going to look out. I might mess around and really fall in love, and I might mess around and really marry you. But I'm going to wake up one day and I'm going to realize this was all a mistake. I'm going to realize this ain't that. This ain't it. You are a liar. You're not who you say you are. And you're going to continue playing victim behind your sad ass tragic background, which we all have. So, little demon baby, you got to go back to wherever you came from. Back to sender. Back to sender. Oh God, Kareem Mill said, "We love hard, hard. For real, them soul ties have you feeling like that when y'all no longer together." Yeah, that's what it was called when I was talking about feeling that energy. Yeah, part of that soul tie connection. Mm. Jr. said, "Yup, love from a long distance or cut ties altogether. Absolutely, absolutely." Thank y'all for the engagement, man. I'll be loving these comments. I'll be loving these comments. You grow from the pain, said Nisha 42GA. Yeah, you do, man. Honey Mo, this community saved my life. I repeatedly tried to leave my ex narc until this last time when he blocked me and said it felt good to his soul. I blocked him back everywhere. I cry less now. I'm so happy for you. I'm really happy for you. That's what's up. The longer you stay on that healing journey and you stay in that community of support, you start to see how fake it all was on their end. Like none of it was real. And when you accept that, it makes it easy for you to just back up, move on with your life. Like you're too real to try to hang on to something that don't even exist. If you believed it before, you don't believe it no more. And I honestly, they make it easy for you to leave them alone. Like I told you in the beginning, they tell you that you should not mess with them. In the beginning, a narcissist like warns you. We're the one foolish enough to be like, no, it's okay. You got a bad record, it's okay. You got 8 baby mamas, it's okay. You ain't got no money, it's cool. That's us. Okay? That's us. But at the end of the day, they know. They know you're the shit. They know you have an amazing light. That's why they be dry snitching on themselves. They come in the door telling you how unworthy they are. They really let you know, like, listen, don't waste your time with me. Don't give yourself to me. I'm not good enough. And they may not say it in that way, but y'all know they say certain things and we ignore it. We ignore it. And to me, it's not that we ignore it. To me, honestly, it's because we truly see the best in people. We literally give everybody a chance because we have been narcissistically abused most of our life. This is my belief. I think that a lot of us have been narcissistically abused most of our life. So we have accepted that love is to just be there for people because that's what we've always wanted. No one's ever been there for us. No one's ever loved and cared about us like that. So for so many of us, it's like we long to give the love that we have never gotten. So we ignore red flags because it's like, man, forget that. Okay, I still see the best in you. So all that stuff all that negative stuff, it don't really matter. I see potential for love and that's all I'm looking for. That brings me back to what Elisa Williams said before, having narcissistic families and being raised in that type of environment, normalizing bad behavior. It makes you gravitate to any little thing that looks like love, feel like love, or could potentially be a love situation for you. We got caught up because a lot of us have been looking for love. We've been wanting love. We've been in need of love. And then we met this person who also seemed like they needed the same thing. So for a lot of us, it felt like it made sense. This is why we thought they were the love of our life. This is why we thought we met a partner. Their trauma and our trauma seemed so relatable for so many of us. It was like, oh shit, we've been through the same thing. Let's be there for each other. You didn't even know that you were just adopting a narcissist. You had no idea that you were parenting somebody that had issues way different from yours. What their trauma did to them was nothing compared to what your trauma did to you. What your trauma did to you made you want to look for love and love people and find love. What their trauma did for them made them want to never give love, never truly accept love because they don't feel like they're worth it. And that's why at some point, you end up realizing, damn, this is a child and I have to abandon them. I have to leave them alone. I tried everything I could. So many of you gave and you tried so much. They made you think they would get help. You hung on, you tried. And for those who didn't even stay for years, you went through 20 years worth of bullshit. 6 months was enough drama for you to ignore this fool, for you to for you to abandon and avoid him. It was enough. I don't I don't need any more time to realize that you're just a demon baby and I got to get away from you. Mm, 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 mm. Somebody said, I agree. We have been abused most of our life. A lot of us have. A lot of us never knew what this abuse was until we fell in love with a spouse or something. But that situation opened our eyes to what we probably went through our entire life. You didn't just turn into an empath recently. You were born that way. So you've been dealing with this your entire life. Your own mother gave birth to you and hated you. This is deep for a lot of us, y'all. Stephanie Arutia says, in the end, they lose. They do. Because they get abandoned. In the end, they get abandoned by everybody. Because nobody wants to deal with these demon children. Nobody. This is why they are the most lonely people. You think you're lonely? You think you're alone? A narcissist is very alone. They're very alone. And for some of you that are alone, you're alone because that's your choice. You're not alone because people don't like you. A narcissist ends up alone because nobody likes them. Everybody ends up abandoning them. Everybody. So in all actuality, to me, all that love bombing they do, they end up losing because they love bomb their damn selves. You ain't love bombing me because I'm an empath. I really don't ask for much. During the love bombing phase, I was paying attention to other things. I was paying attention to the future. I was paying attention to what we can do and build together. But the narcissist was paying attention to trying to deceive me so bad. You love bombed yourself. You love bombed this fantasy. And that's why you end up losing, because it was so unreal. I discovered that it was fake. You can only be fake with an empath for so long. We're too real. We are too real. I don't care what anybody say. If you are truly an empath, you're a real one. They can only deceive you for so long. They can only lie to you and pretend for so long. You're not dumb. You're nice and you're sweet as hell, but you're far from stupid. And a narcissist is not ready to be dumped, ignored, or abandoned by a true empath. Because that's when the game really changes. When an empath dumps a narcissist, abandons a narcissist, goes ghost on a narcissist, discards a narcissist, goes no contact, gets away, move away, decides to detach. Oh, that's a cold shoulder you ain't never seen. Forget cold, it's frozen. It's a frozen shoulder over here. Because I'm going to treat you like you're dead for real. Are you kidding me? Those days where my empathetic self might ruminate and all of that. Oh, I'm finna cut those little memories. I'm gonna find something to do to change all that. I might mope around for a little while. Oh man, can't believe it. But I'm gonna snap right back out of it. Because the power of an empath is the strength of our emotional intelligence. Once we become awoken, we become so sensitive to our own emotions that it's kind of scary. It's like we become so strong, it's crazy. We know how to change. We know how to switch our emotions. We know how to be in tune with who we are, how we're thinking, and how we're feeling. Narcissistic abuse charges up your warriorship. I'm telling you, man. These people put you in beast mode. The same energy you put into adopting them is the same energy you end up putting into abandoning them, because you realize that they are not real like you. You realize they never were. And you are so real that you'll do whatever it takes for you to move on with your life. You'll get through it. You'll find a way through it. That's what makes you a winner at the end, because you end up discovering your power. Once you abandon this child, it's like the game is over. Everything changes for you and for them. It's never going to be the same. It's never going to be the same, not for you and not for them. Somebody just said the big snapback. Yup. I'm slowly getting there. Yeah, Marilyn Harris, I'm happy to hear that. The big snapback. Because that's exactly where you're headed. To abandon a narcissist is to literally save your life. Because you had no idea what you were dealing with until you started figuring it out. And once you figured it out, it was over with. Just stay on that healing course, stay on that healing journey. You'll have days where you'll sit back. You'll have days where you'll ruminate. You'll have days where you'll, have to talk yourself out of what you're feeling. You'll have moments where you think you miss them. You think you miss them and you feel like you miss them, and you're wondering the what ifs. But those days start to fade. They start to fade. They only show up because you are an empath. And you just can't help but to care. That's just who you are. You can't help but to care, because that's how you got started in the beginning. You got into this because you cared. But to be a thriver is to know that those feelings don't mean anything anymore. They're just a feeling. Ruminating is just a thought. A warrior knows that that's something you just got to shake off and remember that, oh, that's just me being an empath. And I know that I cannot run with this thought or this feeling because it's not real. I'm ruminating and I am missing somebody that's not real. I am ruminating and I am missing somebody that does not want me. So therefore, I've learned that the secret is to abandon them. You have to. You care too much. If you don't abandon them, you'll never stop caring. And they know that. You'll never stop caring. It's part of the evil behind what a narcissist is. It's so wicked, because they know that you're almost willing to die for them. And they'll use that against you for the rest of your life. That's why when we say take your power back, that is literally saying, wait, no, I won't die for you. I'm tripping. Hold on. Let me wake up and snap out of this. because I'm trying to die for somebody who will never die for me. That's the devil. This is evil doing. This is wickedness. Like they're trying to set you up to kill yourself for them. The reason that I call them children is one of the things that narcissists are really good at doing is acting like they're suicidal or like they're going to kill themselves or they want to die. And empaths are very, very, very sensitive to that type of shit. That's why a lot of us find it so hard to let them go. That's why a lot of us adopted them like our kids because they talk about killing themselves. They talk about not wanting to be alive anymore. This is the devil. The devil knows that for you, empath, to hear that, you go into rescue mode. Oh shit, I got to do something. I got to help. I got to help. I got to rescue them. I got to do something for them. They want to die. I feel like this is a good person. I got to teach them that real love is real and it starts with me. And that's how they get you. And throughout the relationship, when you watch them do the things that they're doing to you, it breaks your heart. It breaks your heart. Like it really do. It breaks your heart. But it it breaks your heart enough to abandon their ass though. At least for me. I'm sorry, but the more I felt sorry, the more I felt the need to get away. Because the more my heart was breaking to watch them self-destruct the way that they do, the more I felt like, damn, this is not okay. This is so draining for me. It's changing who I am. I can't do this to myself no more. I can't. This person is talking about they want to kill themselves, but I'm the one who feels suicidal. And after a while, you start to realize all the suicidal excuses is all manipulative. It's all part of the game. It's all part of the tactic. It's all part of the control. So you're forced to abandon them. At the end of every relationship with a narcissist, if you really pay attention, they give you no choice but to really leave them alone. Whether they discard you or you end up having discarding them or whatever, eventually you have no choice but to abandon them. You have no choice but to abandon them. That's the best thing you can do for yourself, man, because these people are going to drive you insane. If they don't kill you early, you're going to be on medication for mental health. This is not your child. They are not your responsibility to fix them. If anything, they've shown you and they've told you what they are. Don't doubt it. Accept it and abandon the narcissist. The best thing you can do for yourself. And I will always say, it won't be easy. It's painful. It'll hurt. But it's the best thing you can do for yourself. Because in the long run, they need you to need them. But you don't need them. You don't need them in any kind of way. In any kind of way. So That's my word, y'all. Just had to make sure that we are all on the same page here as far as understanding that we were set up. We ended up falling for a child. We ended up being deceived. You know, they came our way because they can see our light. They knew we were full of love. It was easy to continue to deceive us, manipulate us, because they knew we wouldn't say no all the time and all that. But the pain is enough for even the softest empath to wake up and say, I'm not doing this to myself no more. This is not worth me doing it to myself no more. Lisa Williams, I see you, love. I see you, love. Thank you so much for the super chat. But seriously, though, the pain of hanging on, trying to love somebody like this is just, it's a lot. It is a lot. It's completely draining. And it leaves so much damage, so much pain. But the victory behind all of this is getting away from this, because from the beginning, the intentions was not good for you. The only person who had good intentions was you. That's why you ended up adopting them like a child. You did everything that you did because you had pure intentions from day one. Them, on the other hand, they never had anything to offer. And you finally realize that. That's what causes you to abandon them. For so many, a narcissist is somewhere pissed off because you abandoned their ass. Just as you should. You have finally cut the cord. Left that little demon child where they belong. Let somebody else deal with you. They childishly ran away, childishly discarded you, childishly found a new supply. Abandon them. Let them go. Let them have it. Let them enjoy that life. Let somebody else try to raise this baby. You of all people should know that you ain't missing out on nothing. You haven't lost nothing, because there's nothing you did not do that you did not try to do that somebody else is going to come up behind you and do. This person is not going to move on and find something better, move on and be better. No, they're stuck how they are. They're stuck where they are. That's why they're going to have the rest of their life set up in an abandonment situation. They're going to continue to be abandoned by everybody else after you. Nobody's going to put up with the things that you put up with, first of all, because you put up with a lot. You put up with a lot. You put up with stuff that the new supply is not going to put up with. They have yet. They just don't know what they've signed up for yet. Man, to survive a narcissist is to abandon a narcissist, man. I'll never not say that. I would never not say that. Trent said, oh, yes, they mad, LOL, but oh, well. Like, for real, though. Oh, well. Princess, somebody says, I was the scapegoat, too. Always in trouble for truth-telling. Oh, well. I'm a proud scapegoat now. Robert Frederick, left 3 years ago, divorced 1 year, isolated me from a lot of family and friends. Hey, BJ Gaming. My narc ex-girlfriend thinks her ex-boyfriend from 15 years ago, who she claims cheated on her, is going to help fix her depression and anxiety. That's very ironic. So the person who cheated on you is going to help you with the depression that they probably enabled in the first place. All right, Goofy. Good luck with that one. Ooh, Stephanie says the most pure, genuine love that he will ever receive. He didn't know anything about someone real. Most of them don't, man. Most of them don't. Money can't fix everything. Nope, it sure can't, BJ. It sure can't. Mm-mm-mm. Thanks for your insight, inspiration, and reload, says Vanan Black Man. You're welcome. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here. Hey, Joshua Anzalone, I see you in today. Elisa Williams says, I believe my mom hated all of her children. All she ever wanted was our money. Woo! Mm. Now that is real because most narcissistic parents, that is all they care about. It's about image, it's about money. That is all they care about. Coco Lee Mellon, no, I do not speak French. That's crazy. Christina, tell Narc to get a therapist. Keep it moving. Boy, they not gonna listen to they not gonna listen, but yeah. Tell them to get a therapist, block them, and never talk to them again. Shoot. Elisa Williams says, your life is so much like mine, and I appreciate you way more than you know. Oh man, Elisa Williams, you already know. You already know. I am a living testimony for your life. It's crazy, man. But I thank God for all of y'all. Thank you all for your engagement, for sharing, your thoughts and for joining me in this conversation. But wanted to check in and let y'all know and just remind you all of the fact that this is a child we've had to abandon. Unfortunately, like the only reason why it hurt to let them go is because we took them in as a child. For so many of you in spousal relationships, at some point they weren't your spouse no more. They're no longer your spouse. They're your kid. They're part of the children that you have. You don't have two kids, you got three kids because that spouse is one of the kids. Those of you who were raised by narcissistic parents, you found yourself raising your parents. You were the parent most of the time because the parent was focused on everything else besides parenting you, ironically. And that's why so many of us, we end up abandoning our narcissistic parents because they too are children, grown ass people with childlike mentalities because they are the victim. Woe me, oh, it's me. Everybody did it to me. Oh, ah. They're draining as hell, man. You got to abandon them. Free your mind, free your soul, free your spirit. Let them go. Get away from them. Abandon these kids, man. And don't feel sorry. Don't feel sorry, man. Professional victim. Yep, that's what BJ Gaming just said. Professional victim. Professional victim. It's sickening. Abandon these children. Free yourself, man. I'm telling you. That's where your happiness lies. Because to hold on to a narcissist is to literally continue to just commit spiritual suicide. You're just killing yourself slowly but surely. But man, I love you all, warriors. Thank y'all for tuning in. I was supposed to just talk for a few minutes. We over a whole hour. ah, still very childish. Yes, my ex narc and also my narc father, still very child. Yeah, they childish. It's so draining, man. It's completely draining. I don't have time for it. I don't have time for the childishness. I don't. So as for me, the empath in me, man, I'm making major changes within myself when it comes to being so nice. It's hard when you've been an empath all your life and you have to learn how to say no. I ain't gonna lie. Because To be honest with y'all, and I'm going to let y'all go. To be honest with you guys, narcissistic abuse taught me how to be vulnerable. I am one of those empaths who, on the outside, I appear very tough, but on the inside, I'm as soft as a damn cookie. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. Because I've been through so much trauma, I've learned how to put on this defense on the outside. I've learned how to be mean and tough on the outside. But boy, I'm so sensitive. And I have learned to toughen up. I've learned to say no. I used to have such a hard time saying no. That's the reason why I was molested. I grew up getting molested by my own family because I couldn't utter the words no. That's so sad. I remember laying there and allowing my own uncle to touch me. I was screaming no in my head, but I couldn't say that shit out loud. Narcissistic abuse has taught me to be different now. I'm not that same empath anymore. I don't hesitate to call shit out. I don't hesitate to say no. It's taken me a while to be this person, to go from just being tough on the outside to learning how to be tough, period. Because for me, I've been targeted by these narcissistic bullies my entire life because I did not know how to say no. I've never knew how to say boundaries. I always thought being nice is just the way to go. Just got to be nice. Being nice to me was being easy too. And I had to learn the concept of cutting these people off and abandoning these people in my mind, which meant not caring how they felt about me, not caring how they took my words. So I learned how to be firm and solid in saying, no, that's not what I want to do. That's not how I feel. That's your opinion, not mine. I'm not doing that. That doesn't sit well with me. That's not okay with me. Abandon the narcissist and save your life. That's all I got to say. This is a growing experience for me and for so many. We need to toughen up. We need to toughen up. No more ignoring red flags. No more people pleasing. For a lot of us, we are transitioning to awakening empaths. That's who we truly are. We're not asleep empaths anymore. We are awoken. They should be, and they are very much afraid of you because you see it and you're not afraid to speak it. That's me now. I've always been a truth seer, but now I'm a truth teller. I'm not afraid anymore because I now understand that everything I've ever wanted in life is behind fear. They've attacked me because they wanted me to stay afraid, because if I'm afraid, I would never see the life that I want to see. I would never be fulfilled. Let me let y'all go. Let me let y'all go. Until next time. Until next time, y'all, I will be back live very soon. We got Monday Night Live coming up. But yeah, man. Elisa Williams says, I'm sitting here shaking my head. You keep telling my story. I was supposed to find you. I was supposed to find you too. Oh man. This is real for us. I can't not come on here and not be compassionate with you guys and not be passionate about what's on my heart because it's real for me. And I know that I'm only speaking to those that it resonates with because I am not alone. I am not alone. You're not alone. I'm here with you. I'm in this with you, you guys. Man, I love you. I love you, Elisa Williams. I love you so much. You are so dear to my heart. I really want to meet you one day, and I will. You actually motivate me to start traveling. I'm going to start doing that soon. Y'all pray for me. on this journey, this don't stop. This actually is just now taking off. God knows what he's doing. But much love to you guys. Until next time, y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay beautiful. Y'all keep thriving. And like I said in the beginning, if you need to reach me, if you want to be a member to my channel, the information is in the description box for you. Life coaching information, booking information, all of that is there. So much love to you guys. I will see y'all very soon. Take care and enjoy your Saturday. Thank you all for all the conversation, all the feedback and engagement. Until next time, love y'all so much. Take care and stay blessed. Bye. Whew.